sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikes and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw, Kaepernick. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick rolling to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Here. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Again, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts. Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate, And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second down at 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Killing us there.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 15. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Let's go!
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's Rager now trying to run. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2nd and 7. Well, now they'll try the end around. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Out to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick flushed out right. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out. Sink, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is the tight end Fan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now Kaepernick again. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man, Wilson. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught it the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this belongs to the Vikings. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Steps away. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Buying time to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete.
Oh, we got plenty of
touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 82 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Going on the ground with Madison. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Hey, 91!
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen from 10 yards out. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Wilson now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. 7 yards to pick up there.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Burrow on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. And Burrow going to throw again. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Burrow. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Completed pass, brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's got some space here. And they work this out past the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
You know, I have to be really happy after that play. The offensive line, to be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.